Alright, it's Matt, BlindGuysGarage. So, I was editing the video for this car and I was taking it for a drive and all, and realized that I didn't really have an intro and I left some things out. So, let's kind of skim through those real quick and get you straight into the video. And here we go. So, what happened here is we got the car running. We just got the computer back from the shop at that point when we got the car back. We just got the computer back from the tuner and got the car running, and you'll see I was not very happy with the way it run. It made a whole 150 horsepower at 3/4 throttle. Not good when you know it should make 400 plus. So I was very disappointed, and I'll explain to you what that was at the end of the video. It's actually something very simple, but it is what it is. So we drive it 2 different times in this video, and I will go ahead and apologize ahead of time. After we got back from the first test drive, I didn't do a video at all. I was pretty upset and just out of place with it. I was ready to push it outside and leave it sit for a while. You know how that goes. So here we go. Let's roll on in. On the ground, it's full of fluids. The seat's currently out of it. We'll fix that in just a second. We're going to back it out. That'll make life easier to get the seats back in. So here's what the deal is. We've put all new wiring harness in it from American Auto Wire front to back, and that fixes a lot of its taillight issues, fuel singing issues. That harness was butched and hacked up. Honestly, I could have fixed it, but I bought it a couple years ago and it was pretty cheap, like 180 bucks for the front and the rear harness at the time, something like that. So being that price, we'll just take it and deal with it and keep going down. So now we're going to put a battery in her after I jerk my battery charger off and throw it in the floor. That's not very good for it. So we're going to put a battery in it. I'm going to fire it up and back it out. I'll bring you back as it goes. All right, we got our battery set in. So let's fire it up and back it out. I don't know how this is going to go. We just get, oh yeah, I forgot. We got the computer in. We ain't cranked it yet. So we got the computer in. Well, let's see how it goes. It's going good, ain't it? So I'm gonna say 13 minutes. It's at $1.75 ish. That says 74, 12.4 volts. What are RPM right there? RPM's 650 ish. You can see the oil pressure there. Oil pressure and water temp on this side all looks okay. So I don't know, we may try to get it out tonight, we may not. It's not real happy still. Anything over about half throttle. Actually, that's probably the best it sounded right there. The longer it runs, the better it seems to run though. So we'll see. Attempted a second drive and we're dead already. Well, that didn't help. Take 27,000. we go for round 3. Hopefully round 3 goes better than 1 and 2. Try number 1 for the day. Feels like it, isn't it? This is a bad spot.
I hate this spot. That's why we're being extra cautious.
Right? Just in case if she decides to play games, right? We're back from the test drive. As you just saw, it went fairly well. It's got some steering stuff going on that's questionable. I know what's wrong. It needs an idle arm, pitman arm, and stuff like that. We got to I put a lot of new parts in it when I put all the front suspension, but I didn't change those. So, you know, what we ended up doing. I apologize. Hold on. Well, what was wrong was the tuner tuned it for F-body parts. Or I have all F-body parts, or had all F-body parts. And the tuner tuned it for F-body parts, but he did not, however, tune it for a truck mass. So for F-body mass air meter. So I originally had the mass air meter where a mass air meter and a separate intake air temperature sensor. So what we've had to do is convert. I could have sent the computer back, but I decided instead of drilling a hole in the intake tube, it's cleaner to use the truck mass anyway. And that fixed a lot of its issues. So let's crank her up for you. Let's see here. Put that light down before I drop it. He might stab me if I drop his light. So we'll crank her up and let you see what's going on here. Yes, it is warmed up. That's why I showed you the coolant temp. Oh, I'm not a hot rodder on cars while they're cold. So, there it is. Huh. What the hell? That's stupid. I don't know why it's doing that. But my door don't want to close for some reason. Well, let's see if we can figure that out. That's really dumb. Somehow, the lock mechanism right here got pushed to the locked position. So it was sitting in here like this. Isn't that nice of it? Now let's see if that'll fix it. There we go, it's fixed. All right, but there it is. It cranks, runs, revs. If I needed to jump in it and drive it tomorrow for some reason, we could. I'm excited, I'm happy. Yeah. So one more glance under here. So here she is. And like I said, it's a real simple setup, but it ain't perfect. The air cleaner really don't fit. I gotta get another one. And I gotta rerun the 2 power leads for the fuel pump because I did what I could where I was, and that's all I had at the time. So there it is. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. I have.